10 early signs of a toxic relationship. Being head over heels in love is a wonderful feeling. But if you absolutely can't stop thinking about someone, and if your mood depends entirely on whether or not they called or texted you today, then you might be prone to having an unhealthy emotional dependence on others. And this often turns into a vicious circle of toxic relationships. But if you know the early signs, it becomes much easier to find a way out of one. Number 10. You immediately think you found the love of your life. I'm sure you know someone, or perhaps you're the one, who, after a first date, races home ready to shout from the rooftops, "I'm in love! I found my soulmate!" Sadly though, this is usually just wishful thinking. After meeting someone who gives you butterflies, wait for some time until you cool off to see how you feel. If you find yourself falling crazy in love with someone you don't really know that well, take a break every few days to be on your own and do something to distract yourself from thinking about this person. Number 9. You idealize your partner too much. At the beginning of any new relationship, it's important to listen more than speak, and the key is to listen carefully. If a person casually says something like, "I'm not the easiest person to live with," pay attention. They're most likely giving you a heads up about their true selves. There's no need to selflessly reassure people that it's nothing, we'll manage. When someone throws in warnings like these, they actually mean, maybe even subconsciously, that they don't think you're right for them. People who genuinely want to be with you will always try to show themselves from their best side. Number 8. You neglect friends to please your partner. Never stop seeing your friends when you enter a relationship. It's better to introduce your partner to your friends early on. They might notice something that you don't and keep you from getting yourself into a toxic relationship. If your partner doesn't want to meet your friends and relatives, this is a big red flag. It could mean that they don't feel that the relationship is all that serious. Of course, when you first start dating someone, it's natural to be focused on this one person. So even if you don't start blowing off your friends just to be with your love interest, you might be tempted to talk non-stop about them whenever you are with your pals. But keep in mind that they might not want to hear endless stories revolving solely around the person you're dating. Number 7. You abandon your hobbies. Just like your friends, don't forget about your favorite activities and hobbies either. A new love interest should add something to your life, not take away anything that was already there. Remember that an enthusiastic person with lots of different interests is very attractive as a partner. Don't make a new boyfriend or girlfriend the center of your universe. Plus, it's unfair to your partner if you become completely dependent on them for your happiness, well-being, and overall mood. Number 6. You turn a blind eye to alarming signals. Pay attention to any gut feelings, doubts, and suspicions you may have. If something about your partner's behavior seems disturbing to you, don't hesitate to address the issue right away. Don't count on your partner changing on their own. If someone really values you, telling them just once should be enough for that person to start making an effort to improve the situation. Don't feel the need to justify your partner's actions by their traumatic childhood, issues at work, or family problems. And if you are constantly playing the role of victim in your relationship, you need to figure out why. Number 5. You relentlessly trust the opinion of your partner. If you suddenly catch yourself doing something you never would have done before starting the relationship, just because your partner pressured you into it, then this is a bad sign. Replacing your beliefs with those of your partner means that you're losing a significant part of yourself. It's okay to make genuine changes to your opinions and viewpoints if that's how you really feel. But blindly agreeing with everything your partner says is a big no-no. You risk becoming your partner's shadow, and this can not only be harmful to you, but also cause your partner to lose interest in you. Number 4. You get crazy jealous over every little thing. Unfortunate experiences in the past or a fear of being forever alone shouldn't affect your present. Do the reasons for your jealousy really exist, or are they just a figment of your imagination? Think long and hard about it, because nobody can stand constant distrust or the need to always reassure you of their love on an hourly basis. Of course, jealousy can be justified when there is a cause for concern. And if instead of hearing the desired, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, it won't happen again," your partner keeps convincing you that it doesn't mean anything, you might want to reconsider this relationship. Number 3, you can't stand it when your partner isn't around. It's pretty common to want to spend all of your time with your new partner, but it's important to acknowledge the fact that time spent apart is also valuable. Remember that there are things you can, and sometimes even have to, do on your own. Leave some healthy space between you and your beloved if you don't want to get real tired of each other real fast. And don't torture yourself with negative thoughts like, what if they're with someone else? Your partner is probably just busy like most normal people. They might be hanging out with a friend, colleague, or family member. And that's something they should neither hide nor ask permission for. Your anxiety won't change the situation for the better and will definitely only make it worse. Don't fill all of your free time with thoughts of your partner. Focus on your own responsibilities and things that make you happy. This will actually make your boyfriend or girlfriend even more interested in you. Number 2, you justify your partner's terrible behavior. Blind love is a kind of double-edged sword. Of course, true love doesn't care how you look and embraces your flaws. But if you're so blindly in love that you ignore the important flaws, like unforgivable behavior towards you or others, you've got yourself a problem. What you can't see through your rose-colored glasses could actually be extremely important later on in the relationship. If your date is perfectly courteous to you, but then out of nowhere starts screaming at the waiter for mixing up the dishes, this is a warning sign. When the honeymoon phase of your relationship is over, it could be you who ends up having to listen to your partner's insults. Number 1, you just can't say no. Whoever said you always have to accept everything your love interest proposes? Don't hesitate to refuse invitations to events that don't interest you or don't fit your schedule. And definitely don't accept requests that you feel are inappropriate. There's no reason to agree to something you don't want to do just because you don't want to offend your partner. Don't lose yourself just to please another person, because in the end, it won't be appreciated. Bonus: what to do when your emotions are about to take over. When negative emotions and troublesome thoughts are literally overwhelming you, psychologist Olga Chiz has some useful advice. 1. Don't blame your emotional state on your loved one. You are the only one responsible for your feelings. 2. Don't obsess over what your partner is doing or overanalyze what their words or actions mean. Don't let negative fantasies and speculations torment you. Try focusing on the here and now more often. It can really help if you concentrate on your breathing. 3. Create within yourself an internal observer. This is a part of you that will preserve objectivity in any situation, no matter what, and will never let emotions take over. If you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, look at the situation through the eyes of your internal observer, and remember that those feelings at that moment do not define the entirety of your life. 4. What can cheer you up and distract you from obsessive thoughts about your partner? A cup of coffee? A good movie or book? Exercise? A hot bath? Talking to a friend? Whatever it is, use it to get out of your head. Do you know any other signs of an unhealthy relationship? Tell us in the comments below. Share this video with your friends so that they'll know how to avoid falling into a bad relationship too. Hit the like button if you found the video useful, and remember to subscribe to our channel. There's always something interesting on the bright side of life.